Guess who passed? I passed. I passed. I'm a licensed realtor. I passed. Whew, I was worried for nothing. Got to give a shout out to Prep Agent Joe. What's up, Joe? At Prep Agent, I purchased their exam prep package, worth every penny. Get the premium, get the expensive one. I watched a lot of their free content on YouTube, a lot of webinars. So, California, real estate exam, passed. First time, what can I tell you about it? How can I help you pass? Besides just go follow the Prep Agent channel and give Joe your money. Other than that, what can I tell you? So, I was not confident at all. I'm a great test taker naturally. I don't know, some people are not. I think I am. I spent a ton of time studying vocab, flashcards, concepts, watch webinars, but what I didn't do very much of was take the practice exam. So that's the biggest and best advice I can give anyone who is looking to take their exam and looking for the best way to study, is take a lot of those practice exams. I only did 3, and you should do at least 6, just to get all of the potential possible questions and everything. So I failed 2 practice exams last night. So I was like stressing, I was worried, I was listening to webinars on the way down to my test. And then when you pass, you don't know what your score is. So I don't know how many questions that I got right and wrong. Got to get a 70%. So out of 150 questions, you got to get 105 right. So what I did was on my scratch paper, on my little whiteboard, every question that I wasn't sure about, I wrote down the number of the question and then the letter, my guess, what I thought the answer was. And then when I was done doing all the questions, I circled back around to those questions that I wasn't sure about. Now, Joe at Prep Agent actually does not recommend this because this is great advice. You follow your instinct. Like, your first instinct is typically right. And there was a gentleman on one of his webinars that said that he failed by 3 questions, and that at the end of his test he had some time left over, so he went back through, looked at some of the ones that he wasn't sure about. He changed a lot of the answers, and then he failed. So he was speculating that perhaps that's why he failed, is because he changed some of his answers. I wrote down about 50 questions out of 150 that I was unsure about. And when I was done, I circled back and I had that voice in my head, like, don't change it, go with your gut instinct. 4. I changed 4 of my answers because, to me, after having looked at it again with fresh eyes, it seemed obvious that I had chosen the wrong one, and so I switched and chose what I thought was the right answer. So that's just, it's not advice, that's just kind of my experience. But my advice would definitely be to take as many practice exams as you possibly can. Prep Agent, they've got great practice exams. There were definitely some questions on there. They're not, verbatim what's on the test, but it was close enough to where I got the concept and I knew which keywords to look for to help me grasp the answer. I also had access to the CompuTrainer program, which was through my real estate school. I did online real estate courses, which was fine for me. I know some people prefer classrooms. I think normally I would too, but I'm a new dad, so I don't really have time to spend hours and hours in a classroom. But the time, the fatigue, the stress, the pressure of being in that room and being watched and being timed, I think is something that most people don't really recreate ahead of time. So what I would do, if I was studying now, is I would take a practice exam every night, maybe for the 2 weeks leading up to your exam, and time it. In California, we got 3 hours and 15 minutes to complete the exam, and I think I was pretty much done at about the 2.5 hour mark, and I went pretty slow. I paced myself. So what I would do is set a timer for about 2 hours, Try to go through a practice exam of 150 questions and just see with that time pressure, are you still able to think quickly? And by the time you get to the end, are you fatigued? Are you able to think as clearly? Because when you're studying at home, you can take your time. You can get up and take breaks. You can walk away. You can save it for later. But when you're in the exam, you got to just go, go, go. You got to finish it right then and there. So that would be my biggest advice. Time your practice exams. Do them often. And, study what works best for you. And stick to it. So, where's everybody at? I'm in Southern California, new licensed realtor, and I want to network with you. So, drop me a comment, shoot me a message, holler at your boy. Let's chat, let's converse. I'll refer business to you, you refer business to me. I'll share tips with you, you share tips with me, and we'll all make money together. All right, peace.